Welcome to Slam the Gavel, the show that tells it all regarding family court, criminal court, and other court issues, as well as CPS. I am your host, Maryann Petri. You can find me, my books, and blogs on dismantlingfamilycourtcorruption.com, as well as on Amazon. And my latest and third installment of Raised by These Wolves, Volume 3, is also out on audio. Raised by These Wolves, Volume 3, Family and Juvenile Courts Continue to Destroy Future Generations. Okay, again, that is on audio. You can find that on Amazon. If you leave me a nice review, that would be great. So today I wanted to talk about your and mine mental health and how to be positive. Okay. So what I thought I would talk about is the projects I have been working on. And I know I have done TikToks on these and I've transferred to Slam the Gavel podcast, but I thought I would try this and just do a Zoom and put it on to YouTube. Okay. So this is what I've been working on. Like, I think I told you all about the Ralph Lauren sweater that I saw on the in the outlets, right? And I wanted it so bad, but it was $500 with, I think it was like 35 to 40% off, and I still can't do that because I'd rather pay for horse lessons. Anyway, okay, so this is what I decided to take upon myself. You'll love this. Okay, so this is I finished the front and this is knitting in cables, okay? I don't know if you can see the cables up there. Okay, and this is a V. This is like a V pattern. Do you see that? These are cables. Cables suck up a lot of yarn, just so everybody knows. I would call this a Celtic pattern. Um, you'll find these in the fisherman's sweaters. You see it better that way? See it? And it's got ribbing there. It's supposed to be, I think, a cropped type of sweater. I guess we'll see what happens. And I've got it all going on there at the same time. So I finished the front. And what was frustrating, and this is like, you have to keep going even when you're down in the dumps. So I found that I had knitted this top part wrong. Okay, you probably can't see it and you're saying big deal, but I'm a perfectionist. So I ripped it back at least 4 rows and I fixed it so it would start splitting like this here. Do you see that? I know I just want it to look perfect because I love Ralph Lauren. Oh, look at my sweater matches. But I finished that. Okay. The yarn I did use, the yarn I used was Yarn B Rustic Romantic. And it is called Barnwood Fence. And the lot number, which is very important, which I know you got to match your lot numbers, okay? It's 650287. Okay. Because if you don't have your lot numbers right, this could be a shade off and it will show up in your sweater or your hat or whatever you're making. So it was 549 a skein. But isn't that pretty? I wanted something like olive, like this, but only shorter, like a cropped sweater. So I want to show you that even in the midst of going through whatever you're going through, grief, court, family court, whatever, stay busy. Okay. My court ventures are done, hopefully. But so I'm trying to get the sweater done, and I have extra skeins left over that I hope Hobby Lobby will take back. So I'm going to work on the sleeves, and I will keep you posted next Friday. Okay, then to stay busy, okay, I'm all about staying busy. I wanted to make this card holder. See that? Okay, so this paper is Tim Holtz, and it's like, oops, sorry, it's like tissue paper. I covered it with Mod Podge. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and I got the little whole thing and the cute little feet. And I couldn't find the box, but I had to make a box. And there was no wooden boxes in the store. So it's like, well, I'm going to make one out of cardboard. And I think I did pretty good. You can see that. And I did put gesso in the box. I put gesso on the outside of the paper box. Then I put this beautiful paper that Tim Holtz used because I love to paint. I'm a painter. I was that there oil painting back in 2014, 2015. I'll tell you more about that painting later. But what I'm doing with this is just a deck of card holder, right? So to keep busy here and there, every morning I'll do a couple cards. But it was Valentine's Day, so I thought, well, I'll do this one. This print, the print here is from Art House Whimsy. And this print here with the little hearts behind him is Citrus Journal Studio. You can find them on Etsy. So, but the back I left blank. I suppose if I'm bored, I can put something on the back. And then I put a matte Mod Podge over this. Of course, I have to add my bling. And it's a cheap project when you don't have a lot of money to throw around, when you're going through these situations. It's good to find something cheap to do. And this really is. You could even take something out of a magazine and slap it on here. It's like it's like a little mini collage. And recently I discovered this website that I'm just going crazy over. It's called Collage Soup. And it is fantastic. It has all these cool, you can get the book, an ebook, or you could just buy the book also on Amazon. Where they've got a bunch of books, whoops, with different themes. And I love almost really all of them. Hang on, let me get this card. Okay, so the card that fell, Queen of Spades. So what I did was, as crazy as this sounds, because my opposing attorney is still calling me crazy, I have a map that was something out of the mail. It's just a cheap map. And then again, the hearts from Citrus Journal Studio. The paper dolls are from Tim Holtz. And this background paper, I think, is from Citrus Journal Studios. I don't know. Okay, so then here's my other ones. I'll go through them real quick. Because it was Valentine's Day and I wanted to stay busy. Again, this is Art House Whimsy and Citrus Journal Studios. And this one, King of Spades, with the map. I just love maps. I'm a map fanatic. Oh, and I'm losing some of my bling. I don't know how that got over there. Then I have, oh, gee, I'm dropping my cards. Can you see that one up close? There's another card falling on the floor. Okay, let's wrap this up, right? Okay, so this one says, hold tight, take the scenic route. And I put Philadelphia there because I always wanted to see Philadelphia. And that is Seven of Hearts. Okay. So then I got a little bit more creative. I did Five of Diamonds, and this comes out. And this is a small tag. I got a bunch of tags off of Facebook Marketplace. I thought they were going to be bigger, but they weren't. But anyway, they work out great for these small projects, see? So I took paint, like I was doing a project and I just started slapping paint on things that was for a project. And then I applied cardboard because I love this corrugated cardboard. And I have this here and it just goes back in there. Okay. So you can do even more creative stuff with this. Here's another collage. Oh, there's another card that fell on the floor. Um, this was from the mail, and this is from drywall. See this tape? I got it at Lowe's, and it's used for drywall, but I love it because you could also use it as a stencil. Okay, then I just slapped on some more of this paint on typing paper that actually worked out. Okay, so when I was telling you about how you can use it as a stencil, that drywall tape, here's a good example of that. See the dots? Yeah, it was really creative. I got the idea from somebody else. I'm not highly creative myself. And then I've got this one with the more dots and the cardboard, right? And this one's kind of cool because it's just a little card that you could write like a journal thing on or a phrase that you like. See more dots. For some reason, whoops, this turned out really well. I really like how that works. I probably should have taken a print of it. So if you're doing a painting and you're slapping stuff together, if you really like it, make a print of it so you can make more of it if you should need it. Okay. Now I have this one, 8 of diamonds. So you can see I just slapped paint on this, just acrylic paint. And this was more of that paper that I just couldn't throw away. I just kept ripping it up and adding it to the cards, right? So then I made a little tag. I didn't put like a little tassel or something, but I left it blank so someone can journal there. And then I did 4 of diamonds. This is washi tape, and this is it's a printable, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it's from, but it was about a paint palette, a printable on Etsy about a paint palette. Oh my goodness. Hang on, let me pick this stuff up. The other one, I thought this was funny. Have an open heart, right? Okay, so this is a Tim Holtz paper dolls. You can find these at Hobby Lobby. I miss Joanne Fabrics. Gone into a deep depression that they're gone, but we have to move on. So he's sitting on the paper from Citrus Journal Studios. So it says have an open heart. And sometimes you have to glue these sentiments down, but I like using those sometimes. And I have another one. This one's cute. Focus on what's important for Valentine's, right? And again, this is from Art House Whimsy, printable on Etsy. And then you've got a Valentine's greeting. I even think guys can do this stuff too, and they can make it more masculine. It doesn't have to be like a female project, right? Moms and dads can do this stuff. I don't throw paper away. I have a stash. Okay, so I did this one. It says, look on the bright side. So they're sitting on the hearts with a map behind them. And I also found this light pink stuff came in the mail. It was they wrapped washi tape around it, just to make it look nice. But I thought I'm going to Mod Podge that right onto the card. But I liked it because of the dog. A boy and his dog. Okay, so anyway, this is last but not least. I think this was one of the first ones I did. And this is from the fairy is from one of my friends, Kristen, and the dots, which is used from that drywall tape. And then you pull out this again, the painting, right? See it? I just love this. I don't know why. I just went nuts over this. And this is from an air fryer paper, and I just made a pocket. Okay. And then I just took a scrap of paper and put it there. Isn't that pretty? I just love that one. So that was like the first one I did. And I also recommend dating your work, which I did not do. But this was probably Valentine's Day, pre-Valentine's Day work. I will date those. But I have more cards to go. So I also want to decorate these tags. And these tags are from Tim Holtz as well. But I will get to those when I'm ready. But again, here is the box that holds the cards. And I had to measure it all out. And it wasn't that bad. I measured it out and I thought it turned out pretty cute. And again, I like the feet. Those are where at Hobby Lobby as well as the pool. It's just something, it's a conversation piece. You can put it on your coffee table, your buffet table, whatever. But eventually, maybe I'll try to sell all of this when I'm done. We'll see. I don't know. So enough to keep me busy, right? Besides court watching, and I recommend everyone court watch because it's very important to help others. And if someone asks you to court watch for them, try to. I know everyone has jobs and things and places to go to, but it's just good to be there as a presence, okay? And again, you're there to watch the judge's behaviors, not their rulings, okay? So if they give the pro se litigant or whoever you're watching a bad ruling, you can't complain about that. Just complain about the behaviors, okay? So going back into my younger years, probably 20, we'll say 2008. Okay, I was really into intense jewelry making as far as sterling silver and gold. So I guess I read somewhere I can classify myself as a goldsmith. I'll have to show you that ring that I did make that has the gold on it and a brown diamond. And well, we'll discuss that later. That's another podcast. So I made this for St. Patrick's Day and I hammered it. So what I did was I took a sheet of sterling silver, and back then, you were talking 2010, sterling was inexpensive. Now it's at an all-time high. Okay. But I just loved making this because it really didn't require any, whoops, sorry, soldering, for lack of a better word. Then I added an Airstream trailer because I love Airstream trailers. They're hilarious. And I really think it's cool when people remodel them. Okay. Then I have a chalcedony stone that I wire wrapped. I put it onto a jump ring that attaches to another jump ring to the Airstream trailer. Oh, you can't see that very good because I'm tired of things falling off and you're losing jewelry and it really upsets me. So it hangs very much like this. I love it. I can wear it in the shower. It doesn't get damaged, although I try not to wear, jewelry in the shower. Okay, so you can see it better. Okay, so that's my lucky shamrock. I don't wear it when I'm on a horse. But anyway, I don't like clanking. Okay, so my last project I want to show you. This is my Chinese New Year junk journal because it is Year of the Horse. Yes. I'm so glad it's Year of the Horse. And I've been waiting for this for a while. And so I found this printable. It could be from Bohemian Crafting. I'm not sure. But I had it printed up at Staples because my printer just does not, it creates a more muted paper. Okay. So can you see that up close? And then check this out. Okay. This is the back. I have to correct this. I don't know what happened here, if this what this is, but I will correct it. And then these will be shiny gold. They were in the paper, and I use really high intense gold thread. It's more like a string. Okay. So I did that. Now what I have to do is wait another 24 hours because I was using power wax I've talked about Power Wax before in the past. Oh, that came off. Look at it, came off. Okay, so I put together this and it went together kind of quick. I only have three signatures in there. Okay. So we call these signatures one, two, three. Okay. So I won't go through every page because it is quite a task. Okay. So there's that. I kind of sewed around the pages there. You can do that sometimes. It's fun to sew on paper. That's very relaxing. And then I have this, here's a flap, and with a little pocket you can add stuff to. I added this as a little pocket, okay? And I don't know if anyone knows, like I know this is Chinese, but is this Japanese? I don't know. But I love this. Someone can journal here. And this paper sparkles. I bought this paper and I'm trying to think of from who, and I apologize, but there is some sparkles in there. And this is a printable off of Etsy. Feel that? Isn't that cool? Is that cool paper? Okay, so then I took a bag that they probably put those rolls in. I love those. It says, change how you see and see how you change. Okay. I kind of like that. I thought that was cool. And it's also a pocket in a way. They call these belly bands when you make these junk journals. So I put this in here. I thought, oh, that's cool. I'll just do that and put that in there and then turn the page. It's okay if the pages are kind of raggedy in a way because it just makes it look older. This is a printable as well off of Etsy, as well as these ones. I just love this red. Red and gold are for luck and love, I think. And I just love this. This is a washi tape, and I don't know where my friend got it. I'll have to ask her. See it? Okay, so I'll just go through maybe the first signature because this is like so addictive. Look at that. Look at that. And I love the colors of teal and red together. Then I have another pocket here, and I have a cute dragon. Okay, and some more of that paper. Know if you can see this pretty good. I could probably do a YouTube video just of this. Okay. This says peace, and I made a little bookmark. Look at that paper. Look how that it shines. So I thought I can't throw it away. I'm going to. Oh, and here's a saying. Oh, I wish you could see this paper sparkle. I don't know. Can you see it kind of sparkle? Oh, there you go. See it? This says, what you do not wish for yourself, do not do to others. Okay. Like I always tell people, don't wish any evil or pray for something bad to happen to someone. Okay. And I had a piece of material. I just thought I'd do a flap. Okay. So this is really kind of pretty. So I had extra paper with the teal and I put her in there. That's another printable off of Etsy. Okay, that, this. I love the crane or whatever it is. Some more cool handwriting. I want to find the other ones. Okay, so here's kind of hard to junk journal on these, but you could write between the lines if you want. And so here is another pocket with another bookmark, and here is another picture. Okay. Oh, I think there's a bird on this. Look at the bird. What's hard about these junk journaling, and they have junk journals, guys can make too. They can make a masculine junk journal, and it's really super cool. Maybe I'll make one of those in about a month or so. Um, and I can show you that. But okay, so here's another pocket, but I added some decoration to it because I didn't want to throw that paper away either. But this is sparkly black paper. See that? I'm telling you, some things you cannot throw away. Here is another, and that's pretty. Whoops, sorry. Okay, then here is another one. Cute, huh? And you can take things like movie theater tickets and just put them in there and whatever you want to remember or not remember, but I have more things to put in there. And when you turn the page, here's that paper that was had that sparkle stuff on it. There's more of it there. It's hard to see. You're probably wondering, how do you have the time to do all this? I just printed up papers and I just started trimming around them, scaling them down to fit into this. Oh, we're in signature number 2, but that's okay. And we got that. And I have a sticker for the Great Wall of China. More of these. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's cute. Isn't that pretty? Isn't she really pretty? And some original paper. I don't know where that's from, but it's very thin. I don't want to rip it, but here's the one, right? Then you turn the page and you can journal in here and say, I love so and so, or I don't like my judge, or I do like my judge, because there are good judges out there. Okay, they're few and far between, but I cannot bash judges because I had, I think, 3 good ones. Okay, her. Again, with a very thin paper. I just tried to put as much into this as I could because I really wanted to do this for, I would say, 8 months. When my friend sent me papers and things like that, I just wanted to do a Chinese New Year junk journal. Okay. I won't go through all of this, but there's more here. See, isn't that a cute tassel there? Look at that. And I don't know if I'll sell this one. He's cute. Look, I love pandas. And this paper I bought from someone off of probably one of the journal pages on Facebook. But isn't this pretty? And this, look at that. Oh yes. Okay, so I think this is Korean. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so then this paper someone hand dyed. Okay, so she can't think of her name. I don't know if she'd want me to say her name on here, but she does fantastic work. This is a little thicker paper, and I've got that lady there. I'll fly through this and more pockets. I just made up my own pockets. It's kind of a basic junk journal, but I'm kind of basic too because I don't have much of an imagination sometimes. And I thought that was cute. Let me see here. So I'm flying. I'm flying. Here's some more washi tape there. And I'm glad that this turned out as well as it did. Oh, yes. And here's more of that. She took a leaf and she put it on the paper and she dyed it. Isn't that amazing? And she sells the papers. Isn't that great? And we're getting to the end. More of the red and teal. I love that. Okay, so then this delicate paper, I don't know what that's called, but I put a pocket here. Isn't that cool? I took This is called Coffee Dyed or whatever. I got that on Etsy and I can't remember from who. But I love this. Isn't that cool? And I put a dog there because it reminds me of my Chihuahua Lucy, who passed in September 24th. Very sad. I still miss her. But anyway, I just love this paper. Check this out. Okay. And then what I have to do tomorrow is buff this out and I will use the blue buffing cloth. This is inexpensive, and you can get this at Lowe's. That's where I found it. Okay, because you can see that it has, a cloudy sheen to it. Okay. All right. So that is the extent of what has been keeping me busy. So that junk journal took about 2.5, probably today too. I'll probably add more stuff to it. I found some sayings from Lao Tzu that I'll probably put in there. I was so heavily into Taekwondo. I'm a second-degree brown belt in Taekwondo back in the day when I was like, I don't know, 26. Oh, no, I was like, yeah, about that, 28, whatever. But I was good at it. I was good at it. I wish I would have gotten my black belt, but I just got not tired, but there was a lot of, they call out, it's like being in the military. So in Taekwondo, they have to be loud in there because there's like maybe 18 people in the room. Everybody has to hear. And what was going on was they were going to get ready to move to another location that was farther from my house. And I had been married at the time, and there was yelling anyway there. And then I would go to Taekwondo and I would. So it was just too much for me. I just had to stop. And it's too bad I stopped that. So I do regret that. I I just had a great time there. And I also made this. I made this junk journal. It's for passwords. And look at this. I actually did something perfectly for once in my life. Okay. These hold in the signatures. Okay. So it says passwords. I got this printable from Bohemian Crafting. She's on Patreon. And I believe I just wrote down some passwords. Let me get rid of that. I don't think you could see them really good anyway. My writing is crap. Oh, but you open it up like that. Okay, so each page, and I printed out a lot because I thought, oh, what if one of my friends want them? I really don't need to do all these pages. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. Stay busy and just remember that there's hope. Keep going, whatever you're going through. Just keep going. And that's from Harriet Tubman. So stay busy, keep knitting, keep junk journaling, whatever makes you happy. Play guitar. Got to get back into that. So thank you so much for joining me. Slam the Gavel is a podcast to help the public understand what really goes on in these courtrooms. I'm your host, Maryann Petri. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube. Please like and subscribe and share. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google, and other platforms I don't know about. Again, feel free to buy me a coffee to help keep this podcast going. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great Friday and an excellent weekend. Thank you so much.